Yeah, man, I say all praise and honor unto Yahweh. And double honors to the apostles, to the elders, of grave and stone. Shalom to all the brothers among there, pushing the truth in all sincerity and in all honesty. This is a brother from the Jamaica camp. Yashomai.
Shapal.
Basically, speak on, current, basically current events, especially in the way what take place, out here in Jamaica now, because currently out here in Jamaica now we're seeing, a lot of robberies, taking place, right, out here in Jamaica. Right, a lot of videos we see circulating, right, you have, what do you call it, beryllium.
Beryllium.
Yeah, you see, men basically rob about 25 million, I believe them say. 23 million, I believe, but 23, I believe. And and today we see a lot of, some robbery try again today. So we see how the thief them are people are getting desperate because the hardness of the time, which the scripture speak about, these things will take place. And what we're seeing happening right now in Jamaica is just a preview or you could say a precursor of what to come, right? Because according to what written in 2nd Ezra, they're going to be a very terrible time, right? Will basically take place, especially in America, because in America, how the heart of Jacob's trouble is going to take place, right? So seeing all these things, we know that the time is evil, and they're going to get eviler, eviler as more and more as we go basically to the end of this year, right? Because we're seeing things happening right now, and Esau don't want to basically bring in them CBDC. So all these things are going to justify, Esau Edom, to basically push the CBDC. Because out in Jamaica we already, they are ahead far, than enough country, because they're the first country, one of the first countries in the world to basically make the CBDC become legal tender. So seeing all this robbery and all these things taking place right now, they'll give them basically, opportunity to make this thing, fully running up and running out in Jamaica. But a lot of people out here, they don't know about it. They don't know about the jam decks, right? But these things are basically make our leaders, justify themselves to basically push the CBDC. Right? I have a scripture, brother, go on.
This is 2 Timothy 3 and verse 1 says, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come."
Go on, see say? This also know in the last days perilous times shall come. And we know the last days, because the last days start going back 2,000 years ago. I know we know the last days. Right? Can I bring out the definition for the word perilous? Right, go on.
So we're going at the definition of strong. It's said through the idea of producing strength, difficulty, right?
Hardship,
dangerous, harsh, fierce.
Gone. Dangerous times. What?
Yeah, that's what it's.
Can bring out the on the mirror maps. Can bring from the mirror maps, brother. Give me what? And we were in this truth now, we seen all these things, we understand and know that these things have to happen in order for the prophecies them come to pass.
So right? Perilous on Miriam Webster means it's full of danger.
Full of danger.
Yes.
Right? One?
Hazardous meaning, it says perilous. Basically like that. Full of danger.
And so dangerous times. Yeah. Alright, give me an answer,
Synonyms grievous, hazardous, yeah. Right. Menacing, yeah? Dangerous. So that's the good.
It's 2 Ezra 14 verse 13.
One?
So now therefore set thine house in order and reprove thy people.
So you're supposed to set our house in order. Right? Starting ourselves. Right, because in the idea, scripture tell us, right, that we supposed to, set our mind, you know, and constantly endure. If thou come to serve the Lord, second Ezra, Ecclesiasticus, Ecclesiasticus 2 and verse, you know, 1 and down. Right? If thou come, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, you're supposed to prepare your soul for temptation. Right? Set your mind aright and constantly endure. Right? So we ourselves have basically, you know, try to, you know, get ourselves in the right mind, you know, focusing especially now more than ever, you know, on this truth. Because we're heading at some serious times. Right? Where our faith gonna test to that limit. Right? All that we see happening right now are gonna lead to that. Right? The time, you know, at the hour of temptation as scripture speak about. Go on, brother.
2 Ezra 14 verse 13 it says, now therefore set thine house in order.
Set thine house in order, go on.
Reprove thy people.
Go on.
Comfort such as them as being troubled.
Go on.
And now denounce corruption.
And renounce corruption. Go on.
So let go from the immortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of men, put off now the weak nature. Set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee.
Set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee. So these things, these things that bother us right now, all the problem, you know, of the world are basically what we have to deal with, you know, in these, you know, weak bodies. Right? Scripture says we're supposed to set them things aside. Because these things are nothing compared to what we are going to deal in the time to come. Right? Go on, brother.
Set aside the thoughts that are more heavy unto thee, and flee to haste from these times.
And haste thee to flee from these times. Go on.
The far greater evil than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done thereafter.
So greater evil now will take place right now. You know, all the robberies and all these things that we see happening now, you know, in Jamaica. Right? More and more that will take place because the scripture speak about that. Right? So you're going to have men invading one another. The national not to regard them kings now them princes. Right, so that's where we're heading in full effect. It's going to take place. Right, worldwide.
And as you mentioned about the CBDC thing when I come in. See? The men them are rob now. Them are rob fiat currency, money when I go to the bank. See? As they say, more excuse to the government. This is like a catalyst. We are push the government, then move towards the digital currency. So when them can't get money for rob and them get hungry,
they go to food.
Them are go for food.
Exactly.
So who have them digital currency can buy food and put on? These men we can't buy food, then because of what take place, them are go move. Them are move at the people with food to get food for eat. Because food, when you check it, food more essential than even the money where them are rob. Zin? Yeah? That was priest pack? I'm just bringing one.
No, if you can.
It says second is second is 6 and 22. It says, and suddenly shall the sown place appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
Because there's gonna be a famine. We already seen, you know, shortage of food. You know, in the news, you know, for, you know, a period of time now, especially from, you know, the whole thing start out 2020. Right, we're seeing in the news, you know, shortage of food. Right, even out in Jamaica, you know, they have a lot of, you know, a lot of article, a lot of news coming out about, you know, what take place even out in Jamaica. At one point in time, say we have shortage of chicken. Right, you know, the family, you know, a lot of the family, a lot of the households, them can basically maintain, you know, basically feed the family, right? So ultimately, all these things, you know, say happening right now, even out in Jamaica, are going to lead to, you know, all these prophecies, this famine, right? The scripture speak about, and this famine going to be greater than all the past famine, you know, throughout history, right? So the scripture says, suddenly shall the sown place appear and sown. And out in Jamaica, we're highly dependent on imported, you know, goods, imported food, right? Majority of the food we consume out in Jamaica is imported food. And, you know, the average people don't really care about, you know, where food come from. As long as them can go to the supermarket, you know, or to the wholesale or the shops and purchase, you know, certain food items, right? They don't really care. But you're going to reach that, you know, that's basically the point when, you know, food will stop coming in from, you know, overseas, you know, come to the wharf, like what happened in 2020. Remember that video that circulated in 2020? The men are basically on the wharf sent a video. I said no shipment now come in. So we see a preview of what to come.
It get bigger than that because when you check it, you have wars that take place all over the world.
Gone.
And soon you know Great War will break out.
And World War III.
Yeah. And basically when that happen, everybody will roll on for them resources. Nobody now go ship nothing to nobody. See? We're in need of it. So in that way people are going to suffer. See? And basically food shortage. See? It says so verse 23, it says, and the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man hear it, they shall be suddenly afraid. See? At that time shall friends fight one against another, like enemies.
Gone.
And the earth shall stand in fear.
Gone. So you say at that time friends are going to fight against one another like enemies.
Gone.
Right, so a lot of men now we say claim to say yeah, my friend. In this truth, we have basically brothers, where basically look out for each other. Right? We kind of have a different, matter of fact, we have a different mindset from the regular, Jake out in the world. Right? But the scripture tell us what basically take place. Because the scripture even tell us that my servant shall eat, right? But he shall be hungry. Right? And we Lord's servant. Amos 3 and verse 7 said, the Lord will do nothing, surely the Lord will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants and prophets. So it's gonna basically eat. Right? Lord gonna feed us if we, continue, on this part sincerely until the end we're gonna basically receive food. But the regular Jake out there, right, they're gonna basically kill each other for food. Right? So you say at that time shall friends fight against friends like enemy. Right? There was scripture say a friend cannot be known in prosperity. Right?
Enemy cannot be hidden in
adversity. Right? So that's what basically that will lead to all this happening right now across the world, going to lead to, this take place here. Right? Friends now kill each other for food. Kill each other for basically food. Right? Go on, brother.
It says, with those that dwell therein, the spring of the fountain shall stand still.
Das heißt, die werden im Prinzip in der Zeit ausgebildet.
It says, those that dwell therein, the spring of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Yeah.
Can I get the article shop? Yeah, you bring up the scripture then I'll go to you.
Alright, so back in 2 Timothy 3 and verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous time shall come.
Perilous time shall come.
For men shall be lovers of their own self.
Men shall be what? Lovers of their own self. Right?
Covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, and unthankful and unholy.
Gone. Verse, state, people have basically been here. Right? Worse condition. And they're going to get worse and worse, as the time go by.
Verse 3 says, without natural affection, truth breakers, false accusers, right? Incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors. Right.
And you can see that happening even amongst Israel right now. Yeah. You have a lot of camps out here where come up with all kind of different madness. Speak all kind of doctrine will defile and them stuff, man.
Yeah. Even Jair didn't even owe enemy come against us.
Right? Traitor from the man's word, it's to betray.
To betray.
Right? Traitor, to betray. In the sense of giving forward into another. Into another, the enemy's hand.
Giant bull camp Malone and come against the men of the Lord.
Men leave Jameson still and out there a turn against the camp also, man. So you see? All of that. So all of them things are happening.
It's verse 4, it said traitors, right? headily high-minded.
Proud.
Right. Lovers of pleasure more than lovers of Yahweh.
God, it's all about desire of the flesh. Right. And not about the Yahweh and Shai. Right. So that men prefer the lust of the flesh.
Lust of this world.
The love of this world. Let's keep say, love not the world. Neither the things. Yeah. Any man of the world, love of the Father is not in him, because the love of this world is going contrary to the ways of the Heavenly Father.
That's why the time to come, we have to shed all that, just say, the mortal thoughts. Yeah. We shed all of that thoughts, all of that behavior. We go up our mind to lose everything be how much you
can. Suppose other mindset right from now.
If your life
lose everything.
Right,
especially in a time like now, we see all these things happening right now. Right. Right, brother?
Says let's bring out that little short paragraph from the article.
Yeah, man,
article from Loop News, Jamaica. It says update. It says four guards shot in 23 million beryllium ice in Portmore. Yeah, I had about $10 million ice. But then we have a $10 million. How much ice? The previous week before. A couple days ago, they have a 10 million ice.
A couple days ago, I think about a month ago, 3 weeks. So
a couple days ago, man. No, about a week or so.
Yeah, man, about 3 months, about 3 weeks ago. I believe that's what
and it says Beryllium Limited has confirmed that one of its vehicle and the assigned crew members came under heavy gun attack at Scotiabank's Cookson Pen branch in Portmore, St. Catherine, Sunday. So this happened Sunday. As I said a couple of weeks ago, another one happened at the Portmore Pines at the Jamaica National Bank. So these criminals are targeting the security companies who are going to deliver money to the ATMs. And we see a high rise in the ATM thefts. Earlier in the year, you have bars being broken into. And man stick up people in a bar and all them stuff there. So yeah, they're on a rise. And it's all about going for the money. So basically we are get to show that, as we said earlier, they might use all these things we are going under one umbrella and use it for say, boy, better we go digital, man.
They can't stop the whole robbery thing, because that's basically how they might justify themselves bringing it, which are going to lead to, that main prophecy, over the years we've been waiting on, the MOTB. Right, that's where we're heading towards. So we've seen all these things, we know that, it's going to basically help push things more faster out in Jamaica to basically move over to that, that digital, currency. We're going to lead to the MOTB. Give me Ephesians 5 and verse 15. Right, you can get that. Go on. Yeah, give me Ephesians.
This is the book of Ephesians 5, verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools.
See then that ye walk circumspectly, right? Look around, check out things out. The time we're not supposed to, move like a regular Jake, we're supposed to always, on the alert, looking, especially at the time we're seeing all these things up, right?
Spiritually.
Yeah, exactly, spiritually. Right?
Yeah. Just the actual that's upon the whole robbery and everything. Regardless, what's the motive? Yahweh Bashmi Shai speed up all these
prophecies.
Remember, the prophecy have to come to pass. The prophecies have to be fulfilled. And these things are just placeholders for the real thing which is about to come. So whether or not, it's an agenda such and Yahweh Bashmi Shai put in the heart of these men to speed up prophecies.
All do is the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashmi Shai.
That's why you see time I get more
evil and evil.
Evil every day, man.
Things are happening, rapidly right now. Go on, finish.
Again, it says Ephesians 5 and 15 says, see then that ye walk circumspectly.
Go on.
Not as fools.
Not as fools.
But as wise.
But as wise. Go on.
Redeeming the time because the days are evil.
Because the days are evil. And they're going to get evil and evil more as the time go by. As we go closer and closer to the end of this year. Right? Because we're heading into that basically time what the scripture speak about.
Gone.
Rapidly. Right? The time of Jacob's trouble, you know, the time we're gonna be like no other. We already know the first phase, you know, of the time of Jacob's trouble. But we're heading to that, you know, climax or that basically peak, you know, rapidly right now. Right, go on, brother.
It says, wherefore be ye not unwise,
Gone.
but understanding what the will of the Lord is.
Gone.
And as the act does bring it out. That you say. It's all of the will of the Lord, man, to bring forth what the prophecies. See? Yes. So the Lord has speed up things, man.
Yeah, a lot of work. Can't see all of these things in the news because from when? You guys know how long these things start. You know, it's been one consistent thing.
Yeah,
I mean, and right now, that's the buzzword, man. Banking, you got banking. You go, you know, there's just some buzzwords now, which couple months back never in the media say, you know, say, oh, that's what it's all about. That's for a reason.
Lose faith.
Right now.
A lot of people lose faith in the whole system because even going back to even the whole rob with the money thing, because it is we see really things really I go find that level out here in Jamaica when it comes to the whole, you know, money and the bank. Right. SSL. You know, with Usain Bolt.
Yeah, and then everything from that.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy things happening.
Yeah, different people get caught up with fraud and all them things.
So
schools, fraud in the schools and all of them different things, man.
We know, so when we see these things, man, as I said, they want to try to discredit this system, right? So them can bring in problem, reaction, solution. It's our strategy not change, man. It's the same thing. You have to bring in something more better according to it. You finished that?
Yeah,
this is an article from the Jamaica Observer. It was posted this morning online. It's it entitles Bigger Gun Security Guard Association, right? It's the association representing security guards is arguing that its members should be armed with higher powered automatic weapon in order to match the firepower of gunmen who in mere 3 weeks have staged 2 robberies, right? 2 robbery attacks on the Perilous courier in St. Catherine.
Right. One take place today, I believe.
Yeah.
Try to do one today at probably 8 a.m.
And beat a security guard. Different place. No Mandeville.
We see how things you know, rapidly escalating, you know, more and more out in Jamaica. Right, the robbery a turn up. Right, you can bring out the scripture. You have scripture, brother? Give me 2 Ezra 15. You know, this main prophecy, you know, also will take place, you know, very, very soon in full effect. Right, especially in America where the heart of Jacob's trouble will take place. Right, go on, brother.
2 Ezra 15 and verse 14. It says, woe to the world.
Start at verse 1 and then I'll go to this.
Alright. 2 Ezra 15 and 1. It says, behold, speak down the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
It's all about prophecy. Right? All these things I go back to prophecy. Because the whole robbery happening right now, as I mentioned, I go lead to it. Our leaders, you know, justify themselves basically go, you know, towards the digital currency. Out in Jamaica, them call it what? Jamdex. So they can move to what? The MOTB, which is basically a digital device, you know, we mentioned in Revelation 13, you know, and 16 and down. That's where we're heading towards. That's the end goal of these top wealthy families. They want to give everybody that digital device. Right? Go on, brother.
It says, which the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
Because the Heavenly Father is faithful and true. And you have this right now. Right? Because we see the prophecies them written over thousands and thousands of years ago. Right? I come to pass right before our eyes. Right? I pop off left, right and center. Right? Go on, brother.
Fear not the imagination against thee. Let not the incredulity against let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
All the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Right? So we're not supposed to make the unbelief of people trouble us, especially in a time like now. We see the prophecies them come to pass. Right? You can't care what Jake wants them and laugh and scarf. In a time like now, okay, if Jake wants to scarf you.
Those things are supposed to be faith boosters, man.
Because we understand they don't have a clue what is basically take place.
That's the thing, man. We know.
Yeah, we understand and know. So we're not supposed to give out Jake.
It's a whole different we're in a whole different universe.
Can.
You know anything what we know? You know, it may seem little. But a lot of people, they don't know, them can't comprehend. So when we see certain things, they might take it simple and lightly, man, but we know how far that, you know, just like what we are seeing now.
Yeah.
We know what which part of prophecy fit. You know what I mean, and how great it will be down the line.
That's why scripture says understanding what the will of the Lord is. In Ephesians. And go back to tell us evil men understand not judgment. But they that seek the Lord understand all things. So we as men, when the Lord called forth to do this work, then Him show Him secret unto it. So guess what? And in what we understanding to the things them to come. So we're not supposed to be like fools like them other people out there. See? We walk about. As the scripture to them as what? Them are dead. Them are walking dead actually, man. Because scripture said, yeah? Scripture said the man that wanders out of way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So literally them now have understanding of what's going on. Man. It says, Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, and destruction.
Famine, death, and destruction.
Famine, death, and destruction.
That's what Heavenly Father is bringing upon this world. This wicked world, this wicked society that we're living in right now. That's what Heavenly Father is bringing in. I'm using these wealthy families or these wicked rulers of the earth, you know, to do all these things. Because everything is in all and doing to the Heavenly Father, as the brother even mentioned earlier. So the famine, the sword, death and destruction, right? That's the time we're living in right now. That will take place in full effect very, very soon. Go on.
Jump to verse 14. It says, Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Go on.
For the sword and the destruction draw it nigh.
For the sword and the destruction draw it nigh. The destruction of the society is very close, right? With all the things happening right now, you know, the bank fail and all these things, the war we're preparing right now, you know, in basically the Middle East, because we see that even Israel, you know, getting ready to basically make a move on Iran, which basically go back to a Bible prophecy. The least of the flock, I go draw them out. So we see how everything, you know, are put into place in order for, you know, these two main prophecies come to pass, right? The MOTB, right, and also this Third World War destruction. But before this war, this Third World War, you know, kick off full-fledged, they're going to start in the Middle East. The MOTB have basically become monetary, right? So but we see the things that are happening right now, we're going to basically lead to all these things here, right? Go on, brother.
For the sword and the destruction draw it nigh.
Go on.
And one people shall stand up to fight against another with
swords
in their hands.
They're going to also have, you know, civil war, right? That's basically one of the things we see also in the news now. You know, about civil war in America, right? Or the whole Trump thing about civil war, but there's going to be a civil war. Also race war, right? Class war, right? The upper class against the lower class, right? Sex, right? Male against female. Right, you see, I already see the level of where feminists reach right now, right, in 2023. So you're going to have a sex war, male against the female. That's what basically coming also, especially in the land of America, because that's where the art of Jacob's struggle is going to take place. Right, go on.
For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power.
So you're going to reach to a point that nobody now going to care about no leader no more. No president, no prime minister, right? It's all about survival, right? They're going to lose all trust and all hope in all these leaders. You know, we've been lying to them for years. They're going to reach that point when they're going to basically give up on all these leaders here, right? So they're going to take things, take things in their own hand, you know, run up the crew or the gang, and they're going to do basically, you know, do what they want to do. That's basically what it's going to lead to. Right, go on, brother.
A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Men shall be afraid, and these bribery make a lot of people get, you know, scared, you know, because them see what's happening, you know, with the whole, you know, robbery that take place now with these security guards. So a lot of people You know, they get scared, especially when they see that security vehicle come. You know, they get you know, frightened because they might expect something to happen again because it's something where basically frequently know what happens, so people are expecting anything now at this time. Right? So people say, man go basically be afraid in the time to come. So all these things are nothing compared to what they ahead. The level where they're going to reach, right? People going to lose it, yo. A lot of people going to have a heart attack. The level where they're going to reach. So all these things happening right now in Jamaica are nothing compared to what happening, you know, in the time to come. Right? When things get real serious.
Greater evils than these we see
right?
You're going to come after. It says a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
So we have greater things there ahead. Right? So man are going to destroy each other. Broken up people, house, you know, them stores for food. Because you're going to have famine. That's what basically coming. Right? The evil arrows of famine with the Heavenly Father will basically bring upon this world. It's a part of the punishment to being wicked. Right? The scripture saying Isaiah 13, I believe, and verse 11. So the Lord said, Yahweh, right, the true name in the Heavenly Father in the Hebrew, Yahweh, say, I'm going to punish the world for their evil. Because evil we promote in the society as good thing. Right? And righteousness, you know, put as bad thing in the society. So the scripture said, the Lord said, I'm going to punish the world for them evil. And that's a part of how I'm going to basically punish people. Right? By what? Starvation. And that's one of the terriblest way to die. The scripture tell you. So better you die from the sword than basically die of hunger. That's one of the worst way to die. Right, go on. Finish?
Yeah.
Scripture? Alright, so with that, I say all praises and honor to Yahweh, double honor to the apostles, you know, to the elders, you know, of Graveman Stone. Shalom to us, also to the brothers, and also to the few sisters, you know. Very soon we're going out of this society, you know, things heating up more and more as the day go by. So hold on, very soon we're going to leave this society. Yeah, shalom.